Alright, welcome to my channel everyone. Welcome back if you've been here before. It took a while for me to upload this video because of reasons. I won't really get into them. You probably don't care. So we're just gonna go on to the chapter reviews. We're gonna have two chapter reviews of Tokyo Revengers because I missed the last one, so I'm kind of making it up now. And yeah, so anyway, let's jump right into it. Alright, before we start with Tokyo Revengers chapter 224, I want to talk about this beautiful color page. And it's pretty neat. We got Brahman members standing on top of like a roof structure of some kind. I don't know what this is. Like an oil rig? It's something. I feel like I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. So I can't really do much about it. We got Takemichi, we got Takeyomi, we got Draken, we got Benkei, we got Wakasa, and we got the girl Kawaragi Senju right here. So yeah, this is the color page for chapter 225. But we're gonna be starting with 224, so just forget about this one then. This chapter starts out with at the Rokuhara Tandai hideout. We see Toronto South beating up some of the gang members that shot Draken. He tells them, "Good job," and we'll find out later because he wanted Draken to die. We then quickly shift over to Senju and Takemichi after Draken was confirmed dead, and Takemichi just looks lost. He looks broken. Senju snaps him out of it and then asks, "Yo, Takemichi, what will we be doing?" But just then, Takeyomi runs up and asks about Draken. After getting the news, Takeyomi demands that the Rokuhara Tandai pay. Senju is like shocked at this, but Takeyomi ignores her and orders Benkei to gather all the Brahman members. Senju protests and says that we can't do this today. This starts an argument where Senju and Takeyomi argue about what to do about the situation, what to do about Draken, what to do about the Rokuhara Tandai. Seems like Senju knows it's gonna be a bad idea to fight them right now, but like Takeyomi's not listening. Takeyomi is not thinking clearly. He's mad that Draken died, and Senju's just trying to calm him down, calm everyone down, like come up with a plan. She's very level-headed like that, so it makes sense for her. But the other guys won't see that way. Draken probably meant a lot to some of them, and it's probably really important. The Draken's really important to them, so of course they're really pissed about this, man. Takeyomi tells her that it's not about being the #1 gang anymore. From now onwards, it's a bloodbath. As that's going on, motorcycles pull up in the numbers, and guess who it is? Yep, it's Toronto South and his Rokuhara Tandai. And with Rokuhara on one side and Brahman on the other, looks like the fight's gonna go on. But wait! Yep, that's the sound of a very special 1970 Honda CB250T. You know it's Mikey. Mikey is here. And that's where chapter 224 ends. Which was a really hype chapter when I read it last week. Really wish I had reviewed it then. But we already know what's going to happen in the next chapter. So we're going to go on to chapter 225. Alright, chapter 225 of Tokyo Revengers. Chapter starts off with the leader of the Kanto Manji gang, the invincible Mikey. And Mara just say that Mikey got that drip. That biker outfit is beautiful. I'd imagine it if it was in cars just gonna be all white anyway. So yeah, kinda like the reverse of the Toman uniform where Tokyo Manji Gang had the black and gold. Kanto Manji Gang will have black and white. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And now with all three gangs here, we got Kawaragi Senju's Brahman on one end, Terrano South's Roku Hara Tandai on the other. And last but not least, we have Sano Manjiro's Kanto Manji Gang on their end. At the call of their executives, the three deities start a colossal free-for-all fight. Senju tries to organize her men, but all is lost. No one's listening. Everyone's too preoccupied, trying not to die here. And we go on to Mikey speaking to Kokonoi, and he asks Kokonoi to look at the situation they have now. Kokonoi then asks Mikey, "Are you not making any moves, boss?" To which Mikey responds that he's going to leave this to Haruchio and the rest of the Kanto gang. Kokonoi is shocked that Mikey doesn't care about it, referring to Draken. In fact, it seems like Mikey doesn't even know that Draken's dead or the situation's going on, or is either in denial about the whole situation. Then we get Vivo! South calls to his former Tenjiku recruits and tells them to forget about Kanto gang for a bit and that they should focus on bringing down Brahman first. We then see Tenjiku's strongest, Kokucho, Mochi, Rindo and Ran, the Haitani brothers. Yeah. So, South's Rokuhara is kind of stacked. We saw what these guys could do back during the Tenjiku arc. These guys are absolute monsters. Kokucho is pretty strong. Mochi is strong. Rindo and Ran, they got perfect teamwork. So yeah, these guys aren't playing games. At this point, Takeyomi is making his way through Rokuhara on a beeline to Tirano's south. Senju tries to tell Takeyomi to calm down, but Wakasa stops her and tells Senju not to get involved. This isn't a normal fight, and someone's life got taken, and that life was Draken's. Wakasa tells Takamichi to look after Brahman's princess before he and Benkei bolt into the melee. Meanwhile, Takeyomi is tearing his way through Rokuhara to get to south. He asks why kill Draken. He wasn't even a formal member of Brahman, to which South responds that this is a war. And he goes, Fortissimo! South throws a punch, but Benkei blocks it easily, and Wakasa backflip bicycle kicks South atop his dome, and that's cool. This guy's cool. The Brahman execs stand in front of the Rokuhara South. Compassion! First gen Black Dragons. And that's where the chapter ends. Now that we've reached the thoughts and opinions portion of the review, I'm gonna give my thoughts on the chapter. So chapter 224 was pretty good. It started off this entire situation, this entire event. Mikey showed up at the end, which was really, really cool. And I wished I could have reviewed it last week, but I had to push it forward to this week. And in chapter 225, which is the one I'm going to mostly focus on in this part of the video, we saw that Mikey is kind of in denial about the whole situation concerning Draken, or Mikey does not care. I'm hoping that it is denial, because we know that Mikey and Draken have had a long relationship with each other, that they've been together for years at this point. They're pretty much best friends. In fact, Draken is was Mikey's second in command back in Toman. So I find it hard to believe that Mikey does not care, especially since it really hasn't been that long since Toman split up. But Mikey could also not care. It is possible that Mikey just does not care about Draken, because we know that in the future, in one of the future timelines, Mikey killed Draken, Peian, Pachin, Mitsuya, and all the other Toman members, and that Mikey is capable of doing that. But it seemed like Mikey has made a promise to himself that he would not harm them, that he would take care of them, make sure that they're all safe. And if there's a problem, he might take care of it. But it does seem that Mikey's not in the right headspace. Mikey's going through like some very weird stuff right now. So I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe he just doesn't even know. Maybe he didn't even bother to ask. That'd be weird though. If somewhere along this entire arc, Takemichi like tells him, "Yo, Mikey, Draken's dead." Like, "Oh, I didn't know that." It'd be weird. So I assume Mikey does know, but just doesn't want to accept it for some reason. I also want to talk about Wakasa. Wakasa is really cool. Like, he may be my second favorite Brahman member after Senju, because right now dude has an amazing design. He's got what seems like a pretty cool personality, and he's got some cool moves. If you pay close attention to this chapter, when Wakasa kicks South over the head, it is literally the same kick, although kind of slightly different, that Kawaragi used to kick South back like 10 chapters ago. So clearly there's a relationship between Senju and Wakasa, like a brother-sister thing. In fact, it makes sense that Wakasa would be more of a brother to Senju than, Chiyu is right now. Chiyu's kind of a... Chiyu's crazy. Chiyu is weird. I don't know what's going on with that guy. Even though he is like Senju's brother, I can't put my head around it. They look kind of similar. They have the same eyelash design. But other than that, I find it hard to believe that Chiyo and Senju are related. So we all know that Takeyomi and Wakasa would treat Senju like a brother. It would be like brother stand-ins for Senju, role models and all of that. And I also want to talk about the first generation Black Dragons, Shinichiro's Black Dragons. Clearly we're gonna get some more information on them in the next chapter, since South did mention it at the end of the chapter about how Wakasa, Takeyomi, and Benkei are like legends in the gang community in Tokyo. They were first generation Black Dragons back when the Black Dragons were at their peak, before Taiju took over, before they fell out of grace, before all of that. That was when being a delinquent actually mattered, back when like Shinichiro and them were going around having fun. So you know that Mikey looks up to Shinichiro, because Shinichiro is Mikey's brother, and Mikey wanted to like build a better age of delinquents model after the one that the first generation Black Dragons had. So probably gonna find out a lot about that. I also want to find out about what's going on in Mikey's head, like what's up with him. He's probably still feeling the trauma from the whole Izuna situation, Shinichiro dying. losing Kiske Baji, all of that. Mike is not in a good space right now. And then we have the fight predictions. For the fight predictions, I don't think that the Brahman execs are gonna beat South. I seriously doubt they're gonna win. But I do think that South is probably gonna fight someone like Mikey or Senju. It seems like that's where it might be heading, since South is the big boss man of Rokuhara. Mikey's got Kanto Manji gang on his back. I think it'll be a good fight. Looks like South is strong. South would probably give Mikey a good fight. I doubt South would beat Mikey. Mikey's probably the strongest leader right there right now. But South's probably a close second. Or South could fight Kawaragi Senju. Although I doubt that, since someone's gonna have to fight Haruchiyo, and I think Chiyo and Senju are gonna fight at some point in this arc. And I'm excited to see what they can do. We haven't really seen much of Senju. Senju like fought South back. It wasn't even a fight. It was more like Senju threw one hit and managed to hit South and then just walked back. Wasn't really a fight. So I really want to see a full fight between Senju. I want to see South fight. I want to see Mikey fight. And I think that even though the first Gen Black Dragons are not going to beat South, they're probably going to have to fight, South's Tenjiku recruits. They're going to fight like Kokucho, Mochi, Rindo, and Ran. So yeah, that's what I'm predicting is going to happen with all these fights. I don't know what Takemichi's going to do. Takemichi is like spaced out at this point. I don't be surprised if Takemichi doesn't even know what's going on. He's like spaced out. And yeah, cut this short. So thank you for watching and liking this video. Please leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Before I go, I just wanted to say that sorry about the late uploads. I wanted to upload this way sooner, but I don't have time. There's been some situations and I can't really work on these videos too long. I wanted to do some really cool editing, check and use some of the new tricks I learned. I want to write a better script, but I'm kind of short on time, so I have to do like the bare minimum, which I don't want to do. I want to make these videos as high quality as possible, but right now I can't really do that. So please be patient, and now see you next time.